Hello everyone, this is Chris's Cool Videos and Fun here. I'm just making this video to yap about YouTube's moderation and stuff because I believe this platform is really just a bunch of crap. And also I believe that YouTube does not actually care about safety and that they only say this as a way to get out of accountability and to just keep earning growth. You know what I'm talking about, right? So I wanted to yap a bit about something. So of course, I was scrolling on YouTube, right? And I saw a community post from a creator. Well, I'm not going to mention her name, but so she's talking about, she's talking about a video where she was talking about a video that she had made that was ineligible for monetization and it got age restricted. So if you don't know what the video is about, it's a video that is about, how do I word this? Calling out a bad person for doing bad things to, vulnerable individuals, right? And her video got age restricted and stuff, which is very, very strange because how? She didn't even use anything in the video that was meant to be graphic and stuff. She just talked about how this person was bad. And of course, she even did try to protect the young person's identity and stuff. And very mindfully, this user that had made the video is even spreading awareness about, essay and stuff and how people who have been essayed should get help. And she's basically just, spreading awareness about wanting to protect children and stuff. And basically in the community post, she puts that YouTube has just, demonetized her video and just, basically just blacklisted her video. Technically it's not deleted, it's just got age restricted on it, but it also means that she was ineligible for monetization on that video. And I was like, how are you gonna demonetize that video on YouTube about a person that's spreading awareness about children being in bad situations, but yet you don't even take reports seriously? You don't even take people's reports if they are reporting videos that could be deemed to violate their guidelines. Because keep in mind though, YouTube always claims itself as a safe space for everyone. They even say they're safe for kids too, even though their YouTube Kids app is filled with content farms. They're filled with bad material on there. And of course, we've seen the situation with YouTube back in 2017, right, with Elsa Gate and Toy Freaks and all this other stuff. I do remember Toy Freaks. It was a long time ago, and of course I did remember the big impacts that it had on the children and the parents complaining. But the difference between that is that the Elsgate incident, or the phenomenon that happened back in 2017, it happened so big to the point where YouTube had to step in and actually do their job. I believe that YouTube does not actually do their job seriously unless they actually get public backlash and just get backlash from really popular creators like Moist Critical or Sarah's TV or Markiplier and all those other creators, right? They don't actually take all reports seriously. And you know what? There may be some understanding to this, right? Because of course, YouTube is the biggest platform in the world, and of course there's like billions of users on their platform too. So it's pretty much no wonder why YouTube does not want to take other reports, take all reports seriously because of that much amount. So I would say that YouTube would just have to, why does YouTube really have to, prioritize growth over keeping other users safe, right? If you're gonna say that you want to become a safe space for children, and yet you allow harmful content on the YouTube Kids algorithm, on the Kids app, like with the Elsagate stuff, and just not take other people's reports seriously, then why would you even be considered a safe platform for other brands, right? I've reported many videos on YouTube, right? Some of the videos contain I'm not going to go into any detail about this because of course YouTube might remove my video anyways, even though I'm trying to speak the truth about them. But basically YouTube just likes to ignore my report anytime I report a video that I know violates their guidelines as told. I even reported I'm not going to mention his name to protect his privacy, or, just to not get into any drama or anything, but I had this user that had been personally cyberbullying one of my online friends, and also cyberbullying other users too. And also just the videos that he makes and stuff, just cyberbullying other users, right, including one of my online friends, getting them banned, and basically just being a bully, right? It's just a bunch of bad things that I will not get into any detail of. But you get what I'm talking about. So, of course, that violates their harassment and cyberbullying policy, right? And I did report the channel for under harassment and cyberbullying. YouTube sent me an automated email saying, "Thank you for reporting the channel on YouTube. We want to keep you safe on YouTube. We will find that this channel violates our community guidelines." And then a few weeks later and a few months later or so, the channel is still up. No action taken, no videos removed or anything like that. In fact, the user even made a community post saying that one of their videos that got removed for harassment and cyberbullying got reinstated by YouTube, saying that there was no violations found, even though the video that they have made, just cyberbullying other users on live streams and stuff, is clearly in violation of their community guidelines. This is probably why a bunch of people just criticize YouTube over AI slop, because it just seems to me that YouTube would simply not do their job at all and just basically just prioritize a bunch of AI slop. I already know YouTube already has an update on this on their monetization guidelines called inauthentic content or something like that. But basically, YouTube does not actually take people's reports seriously. They would actually defend bad people on their platform and just, give strikes against good people who speak out against it, or essay victims or vulnerable individuals. They do not actually care, right? YouTube is not your friend. It really is not, right? They just want you to go look stuff on there, but they're just gonna ignore your report anytime you try to report a video and stuff. Because I reported many videos on their platform, and basically they would just ignore my reports. Right? They don't actually take your report seriously. And not to mention, even when an essay victim starts talking about their essay story, YouTube just seems to call this a violation of their child safety policy. Really? Ask yourself this, YouTube. Who's really violating child safety? It's called freedom of speech. Oh, but we're not allowed to have that here. Oh, no, no, no. YouTube gets to delete anything they want, which just proves our point that YouTube has deceived deceived the public. YouTube has just deceived the public into wanting to keep it a safe place. YouTube does not actually care about keeping everyone safe as told by their own standards. They only care about monetizing content. They only care about growth. They only care about money. That's all it is. They cared about money. That's it. They only prioritize themselves as keeping the kids safe as a way to just get minors on their platform endangered into like things that could addict a minor or make them feel vulnerable on there and stuff without giving them any warnings. Like even a little kid who would go on the YouTube Kids app would see an animated cartoon video of like, the thumbnail is like 2 innocent characters on there, right? The little kid clicks on it and it's just a bunch of bad stuff on there that I will not go into any detail of. And somehow YouTube does not do anything about it when a parent reports the video. They don't do anything about it. They don't take down the video that could be dangerous to the kid. They don't do that. So I'm wondering, what do we do now? So this is why I say, don't try to make your platform safe for everyone, including kids, if you can't actually do your job in protecting them. Don't do that. But of course, YouTube doesn't want to listen to that. No, they do not. This is why I have backups like Odysee and Rumble, because I do prioritize freedom of expression. But anyways, if you guys have any complaints about what you want to say about YouTube, leave it in the comments and stuff, because I would like to hear your opinions. But anyways, guys, that's all I have to say for this video. So YouTube sucks, and it's always been like this for YouTube and stuff. They don't actually do their job, and also they constantly defend bad people. So anyways, that's just all I have to say here. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.